there are certain items you may be prohibited or restricted from importing. I'm Tiffny. Let's talk tax. The Customs Act, more specifically Section 43, outlines items that are restricted and prohibited from being imported into the country.
If it's Christmas, can I get it?
As we go through this list of items, remember this. Prohibited items are not allowed in the country under any circumstances. Restricted items, on the other hand, can be imported, but you will need permission in the form of an approval or license.
I did not know that.
These are the things you cannot ship to Guyana. Indecent or obscene prints, photographs, books, cards, lithographic or other engravings, or any other indecent or obscene articles.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
You will also need to stay clear of shaving brushes manufactured or imported from Japan, as well as matches containing white or yellow phosphorus, goods manufactured outside of Guyana that do not definitely indicate the country in which it was produced, and you should stay clear of goods which would be liable to forfeiture under the Merchandise Marks Act. Prepared opium and pipes or other utensils for use in connection with the smoking of opium or the preparation of opium for smoking is also prohibited.
What?
The following cannot be imported: articles of food intended for human consumption declared by the competent authority to be unfit for such purposes, infected cattle, sheep, or other animals or carcasses thereof, and hide, skin, horns, hooves, or any other part of cattle or animals which may be prohibited in order to prevent the introduction or spread of any communicable disease. You also cannot import fictitious stamps and any die, instrument of materials capable of making any such stamps, base or counterfeit coin of any country, coin legally current in Guyana, or any money purporting to be such, goods the importation of which is prohibited by any other law of Guyana. Now, the Minister of Finance may from time to time, by order, delete any goods from or add any goods to the list of prohibited imports. Now, we'll look at the list of restricted imports. Remember, restricted imports would require permission from the relevant government ministry, agency, or authority. The importation of arms and ammunition are restricted unless you have written permission from the Commissioner of Police. The importation of cocaine, heroin, cannabis sativa, that is Indian hemp or bang, cannabis indica, churras, or any preparation or mixture thereof is prohibited except under license of the Chief Medical Officer. The following restricted items require the approval of the Commissioner General of the GRA to be imported: goods which bear a design in imitation of any currency or banknotes or coins in common use in Guyana or elsewhere; spirits, not being liquors, cordials, perfumed spirits, or medical spirits; wines, unless reported as such and unless in aircraft or in ships; tobacco, cigars, cigarillos, or cigarettes, unless specifically reported as such and unless in aircraft or in ships. Additionally, tobacco extracts, essence, or other concentrations of tobacco or any mixture thereof, tobacco stalks and tobacco stalks flour, except under such conditions as the Commissioner General, with the approval of the Minister, may either generally or in any particular case allow.
Adam!
If you want to import films as defined by Section 2 of the Cinematographic Act, then you'll need to furnish the Minister of Public Security with a true statement of the general nature of the subject matter of any such films. On the other hand, if you want to import exotic species of fish, you will need a license which is granted by the Chief Agriculture Officer. If you would like to import motor cars or light commercial vehicles, including minibuses, vanettes, pickup trucks, Land Rover, and similar class of vehicles, you will need to apply for the permissions as granted to a remigrant. To find out if the items you want to import are prohibited or restricted, you can give our tax specialist a call on the numbers listed. You can also find the full list on GRA's website. Don't forget, the Guyana Revenue Authority is back on Facebook. Like and follow us for all your tax news and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram and all other social media platforms you see on the screen.